Our next presentation is really bringing to us a demonstration workshop. May I please invite Mr. Hitesh Shah and Mr. Shreyas Purohit from Dynaflex to talk to us about packaging solutions for e-commerce. So over to you, Dynaflex.
Thank you very much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's call this session Seeing is Believing. You know why? Because for the last 2 days, we have been hearing so many things about, being present on omni-channel and customer experience and consumer experience and seamlessness about it and all that. So that's fine. But when it comes to startup companies like you, can I ask a question? How many of us are here already startup companies gone online? What if you? And who are going to be going online now? Okay, great. So I think let's build that success from Dynaflex with an intention that we can deliver something meaningful to you, which you can actually go and use. So coming back to the point, customer experience. I mean, to me, it sounds a very big term. I mean, what do you provide which can actually build customer experience? Now, our role today is to pick up a small part of it, which actually delivers customer experience, along with many other things that you have been hearing, and show you how it can contribute. Okay, so let me introduce myself now. My name is Hitesh, and I am responsible for the sales of Dynaflex across the country. I have my team here. I would invite him when he actually does the presentation and demonstration for you. So we are going to be taking you through a small demonstration. The one which you are seeing here is a security envelope. Are we all aware of what security envelope is? Anybody? Okay. Can I have your small perspective on that?
Basically, once you put it inside it and somebody tries to tamper with it, there would be like a sticker, like a void thing. So the person, when he receives it, he knows that it has been tampered with.
Oh, great. Thank you. So let's connect this with consumer experience now. For example, I am a consumer. I click the order on your site. Okay. Let's say I want to buy a t-shirt. I click the order. My payment is done. And I am now curious to receive the t-shirt someday, correct? Okay, now the moment I receive the t-shirt, the first thing which I am going to see is not the t-shirt, but the cover or any kind of packing which I am able to see, and then inside my desired product is already packed. So the first thing which I want to see is a nice packing which is available, which gives me some comfort and happiness, and then I actually take the t-shirt out. Now there can be many different materials which people are using. Here we are talking about security envelope. Why and how it is helpful to you? When I say security envelope, it minimizes or reduces the risk of being tampered in transit. We are not committing that we will eliminate the risk, okay, because somebody can steal it all the way. So you can't do it. But there has to be a feedback element which can tell you that if somebody has tampered with it, you get to know about it, and so you trigger an alert mechanism in your entire ecosystem and say, maybe you can talk to your logistic partner and say, my customer has lodged a complaint that the envelope, the packet has been received in a tampered manner. So that much it can help you. So that is where Dynaflex comes into play. Okay, I hope I have made the premise right for understanding. Okay, now I would invite my colleague Shreyas Purohit, who is our business development manager for Maharashtra based out of Mumbai. Okay, so he is the first touch point for whoever is present in Mumbai, that you can call him at any point of time. Let's take his help to demonstrate. Now what we are going to do is, security envelope typically, the way it is used in companies, we'll show that first to you. And our objective is to show you later that just by bringing in a small change in the mechanism or in the way it should be used, how you can actually make it more efficient. Today you might think that, okay, my operation is very small, so why do I need it more efficient? But as the volumes grow, okay, task of a packer, a packing boy, will become all the more challenging. And that is the point you might now start asking him how many packs you do it in a day. So let's provide that small help to the packer. Okay, now let's take one example. Put this diagram. See, we are addressing three kinds of different materials that are sold online. Fragile, semi-fragile and regular. Let's say fragile, what if you take the box out? We call, there is a glass item inside which is fragile, correct? Okay, so for glass item, this becomes the primary packaging. It cannot be inserted directly into an envelope because this material is LDP and it does not provide you preliminary strength. So for that you have to anyway use it. I'll come back to this when we talk about a different product that can be used for this. Okay, the semi-fragile is like a pen drive, and regular means t-shirt, apparels or any fashion item, shoes. So let's take one example of ordinary method of packing for a regular item. Why don't you take one t-shirt and do it? No, simple, ordinary. Just take one envelope and do it ordinarily. Let me give a small explanation about this envelope first. This is an LDP material, okay? The first use and the benefit is that it is opaque, it is black and white. So the first thing is, once you put something inside, it is not seen. So actually what you are doing is you are trying to reduce the tendency of tampering, okay? Because we are not able to see inside, right? Now, this is a flap, which is known as a round flap, and there is a small liner which can be filled like this, gently. Now here comes the adhesive. This is known as a pressure sensitive adhesive. Why? Because it needs certain amount of pressure to be applied. So now let's do it. Okay? Put a t-shirt inside and show.
Now I can't put the t-shirt. So let the light comes on.
It's okay. Put it. Just open it a little bit more. Right. Seal it now. Can I invite somebody to just take it off, please? Why don't so anybody? We just want to give that experience to you. Otherwise, the last person sitting out there will not be able to probably see it from there.
Very good.
Please come, sir. Thank you for helping us. You tried taking that t-shirt out. The consumer now has to cut it open. He has no choice. Okay, so even before sealing it, you have to think it twice. Whether I should seal it now or not. Because the moment you seal, press it, you can't yourself also open it. Okay, so that's where we are trying to minimize the risk of somebody tampering with it. This is number one. I will not go into the details of various kinds and various features that are available to make it a little more tamper-proof. Okay, because we have a little time, but we just want to today explain from the perspective of the efficiency of packing. I hope I am communicating right. Okay, now let's do the same thing, but little differently. We have this table, you can have this kind of a table where the envelopes can be hung like this. Okay, and now we can demonstrate the same thing again. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, now what we have done is, here we have provided a small perforation, so that in this, once the material is kept, you don't have to maneuver, for adjusting the flap and all that. He will just cut it and seal it fast. since we have done for one small thing, it will not tell you the exaggerated way of efficiency, but let's assume that a packer packs about 2,000 pieces a day or 3,000 pieces a day. We have all the major companies now buying from us: Flipkart, eBay, Jabong, okay, FirstCry, Myntra. So there you know the kind of volumes that they pack every day. So there this efficiency actually will be seen better. Okay. Okay, let's take an example of now a fragile item. Very good. Okay, for fragile item, in the same envelope we have provided the air bubble. Okay, so the primary packet will go inside and it will have a secondary protection outside also. So in transit it remains secure. Okay. We are not showing the similar way of doing it here because the perforation, the holes have not been provided here. But we just want to tell you that this can be, certain items like this can be packed in this. Okay, so you can do this. Okay. Now, I'll talk about one good thing that you can do, and many customers are actually now accepting this. When the volumes grow, couple of things can happen. Certain things might get stolen in transit. Few things can be tampered with. Okay. Now, how do you, when the customer complains, how do you understand, which envelope has been tampered with or which is stolen? So what we have done is we can give you, where is the barcode? Any barcode?
Any barcode?
You have it? Okay. We can provide you a unique identification to every envelope by providing such barcode. For example, you have 1 million pieces, 1 million envelopes for different items, okay? We can actually generate a barcode and provide a unique place to every envelope. How it will help you? For example, you have that feedback that it has been tampered with. So you can, you can track back in your system and say which one has been done, because you will call that material back. And you can also ask your consumer that you do the same thing, repack and send it to us, so that you can see that. Number one. Number two, if there is a complaint of that being stolen, then also because one particular number is missing in that. So that will help you as a feedback. Correct? Anything else? I think we are through with demonstration. Let me give you some more information. Today we have used black and white simple envelope without any printing on it, but largely it is customization for us, because when you want to create your brand, you would rather want it to be shipped in your branded pack, right? So maybe you can give your design. We have an in-house design resource who can actually provide you that design, and we can print it the way you want, so that it becomes a customized thing for you. We can show you some examples. So this is one example of the way we have done customization for them. Also, the way we seal the sides also can be different. Side seal common. See, to make it a little more difficult for a person who might want to tamper it in transit, we can also do 2 times sealing. These 2 layers are sealed at the edge, okay? And then we have provided one more sealing here. So what will happen, if somebody has to now tamper, he has to necessarily cross this stage and go right up till here and then cut it. We can also provide the numbers, as you can see in that Flipkart. Yeah. See, no, the previous one. No, the previous one. Okay. You can see the number. Red color का no. जिसमें number clear दिखता है ना वो बस. See, these are the numbers which we can print actually. So now if somebody cuts here along the line and tries to reseal, the numbers will not match. So that's one feedback which you get that somebody has tried to tamper with it. So small security envelopes as per your requirement we can build, and finally it can come to you as a final security envelope product which can be used for your shipments. If you have any questions, maybe we can make an attempt to answer. I'm not sure whether in this small forum you'll be able to do entire justice, but you can shoot your questions to us and you can share. Do you have any questions? Please.
So you can add that corporation and lip to lip and all that, which will make it more meaningful, because people now want to know that, and it is a very new service. I think you better go for it. I know something about it, but if you take a few minutes and explain, it would be very good for the crowd.
Great. What's your good name?
My name is Shah and I am from the same industry, sir.
Oh, great. Very good. But you have had this. Let me try if you have one sample.
We can try it outside because right now I don't have any literally.
Just a minute. We are trying to find out the literally, which is very important, and show you the difference between two different types of sealing that can happen. Download. See, as Nirav has said, these are two different envelopes. This is with a round flap, right? So once the product is inside, you have to actually do like this. This is the flap. Now here, there is no flap, and this is typically known as lip to lip. So there is no flap, you just have to press it. Now what is the advantage of this? That's very important. Correct? It all depends on what is the confidentiality that you want to maintain. What is the kind of material that is inside? What do you fear about it? Okay, for example, if there is something which needs to be very confidential. For example, let's say a question paper. Okay. I'm giving non-e-commerce example to understand, because e-commerce also we can do that. You can in e-commerce you can talk about maybe bubble with a mobile phone with this kind of sealing can be one example. Okay. Now in this, if you have a flap here, there are chances. See, it becomes more judgmental. Somebody will fold this much, somebody will fold this much, somebody will fold. Okay? So, if you do not properly fold it, there might be some room here which a person can tamper with. But here, if you have lip to lip, you are not allowing any room. Correct? So, you cannot tamper from the side also. Am I making sense? Somebody wants to try it over here?
Is it like a ziplock?
No, this is not ziplock.
Okay.
That's a different thing. This is the pattern is same. There is a glue, but we have not provided a flap on it. That's all it is. Am I making sense? Anybody has any questions for that? Okay. Maybe in future if you have any questions, we have a website dynacorp.in. You can browse to that. You can contact Shreyas, also locally available. You can write to me straight on email. We'll provide you the help.
So, a big round of applause.
Thank you very much.
and Mr. Shreyas Purohit for the demonstration.